A wine cup can offer a refreshing food accompaniment. Made with fruits, liqueurs, and wines, wine cups are really small versions of wine punches. They can be made dry or sweet according to preference. One of the most popular examples of a wine cup is a sangria. Those were the words of Trader Vic, and today we're going to make Trader Vic's wine cup. This recipe comes from the 1972 Bartender's Guide, and it's an evolution from the white wine cup that first showed up in the 1946 Trader Vic's Book of Food and Drink. You're going to need a bunch of fruit for this, including strawberries, oranges, lemons, pineapple. I'm going to throw in some grapefruit as well. And you're going to need some Grand Marnier, peach liqueur, a passion fruit nectar, and a dry white wine. Now, a question that might come up is, what is passion fruit nectar? Well, back in the day, Trader Vic was using a brand called Miners, which was from Australia. And what did that include? We don't know exactly, but it was probably a mix of passion fruit juice, passion fruit pulp, and some type of sugar. When you try to look into nectar and what nectar even means, you're going to find out there is not a defined legal definition, not one I could find. You can find legal definitions from the United Nations, from the Philippines, and even out of Hawaii. But when it comes to what's sold in the United States, there doesn't seem to be any consensus as to what nectar is. But it does seem that it is almost always some type of juice and then some type of pulp. Usually it's watered down, often with sugar added. So I don't have that on hand usually, a passion fruit nectar, but I do have passion fruit syrup. It's such a large drink and we're using such a small amount, I'm just going to use passion fruit syrup. But if you want to be a little more accurate, you would take your passion fruit syrup and probably just water it down by, 25 to 50%. I'm just guessing on that, but that would probably get you closer to what that original passion fruit nectar was that Trader Vic was using. So let's make the wine cup, and I'll start by filling a pitcher halfway to about 3/4 of the way with ice. Then I'm going to add slices of grapefruit and orange, trying to replicate this picture from Holiday Magazine back in 1950. Next, I'll add some lemons and strawberries and a slice of pineapple. Now I'll add 1 ounce of passion fruit syrup, 1 ounce of Grand Marnier, and 1 ounce of a peach liqueur. And last but not least, a full bottle of white wine. I'm using a Sauvignon Blanc for this. Add some more ice if needed, and swizzle. And finally, you're going to garnish this with mint. Now I'll take a wine glass and add some strawberries and a slice of orange. Finally, I'm going to garnish this with some mint. And there you go, Trader Vic's wine cup. So Trader Vic had wine cups, and there are various types of wine cups, but he also had rum cups. Basically, a cup is just a smaller punch, and he's got recipes in many of his books. So let's try the wine cup, and this is like an evolution, I think, of the white wine cup that first appeared in 1946. I mean, this is the far opposite of what we normally do here in terms of big, bold, robust flavors. It's very light. It's diluted white wine. I just use a cold white wine from the fridge, but even so, with all the ice, the recipe calls to really bruise the fruit because you're not putting any juices in there. So you really want to get in there with your swizzle stick and really like macerate the strawberries, the lemons that are in there. And I pretty much built it to the spec of the book as best I could with what I have here, including putting the pineapple on the top, which I don't even know why you would do that. Probably towards the end of the drink's creation is when you should put that pineapple in there. Now, the Grand Marnier, I don't taste it, but that peach liqueur, it is so strong. This huge thing here, just 1 ounce of that. That stuff goes a long ways. I'm not sure when I'm sharing this video, but I have a couple other cocktails using that peach liqueur. So if you find it, that one, according to everyone that I asked, is better than any of the other peach liqueurs you're gonna find. So this might not be what most of you come here for, and if you were having a party of your closest friends that have the same interests and likes as you do in the Tiki and rum world, I don't know if you're going to want this, but if you're having a party and you want to have a bunch of different options, besides people having to just drink bottles of wine, this is a pretty, fun, cool thing to do. It doesn't take much time. You just need some fresh fruit, The more fruit you put in, the better. I think macerating the fruit even more, especially when we're in strawberry season, would really help. It's watered down, but if you can kind of correct that with kind of fruit juices in there, I'd probably even think about lime juice and orange juice, like actually using some of the juice and not just putting them in there and, swizzling them around. If you make something like this too, take some liberties here. If you want to spice it up by adding, maybe a little bit of seasoning, a little flavor enhancer, go for it. You can do whatever you want. There's no rules here. I think it needs just like a touch of something. So we'll just put a little dusting of this in here, and that'll probably tie things together a little more. Oh yeah. That's good. All right, that's it for this one. I'm Derek. This is Make and Drink. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like below. Consider subscribing to the channel. Otherwise, check out the Patreon page for more. See you on the next one.
When the dusk is falling and the sunset glows.
I mean, I'm confident that no one has ever put rum fire in Trader Vic's wine cup. This has got to be a first. Cheers.